Stakeholders from the oil and gas producing Ogba Egbemandoni local government area of Rivers State are at the NDDC headquarters in Port Harcourt, the state capital, at the instance of the Oba of Ogba land, Dr. Nwachukwu Nnam Obuoha Obi III. The Onelga stakeholders are here as part of regular engagements with critical stakeholders of the region by the current board and management of the NDDC. The delegation, led by Christian Ojoba, is drawing the attention of the interventionist agency to the plight of its people despite being the hub of oil and gas in the Niger Delta.
For decades, our communities have suffered from inadequate infrastructure, poor social amenities, and means the abundance of oil and gas reserves that fuel the nation's growth. This stark disparity has led to the widespread discontent, frustration, desperation among our people.
With about 70% of the total oil and gas contribution to the national economy coming from the area and being the single highest contributor to the total gas produced in Nigeria, other members of the delegation say Onelga deserves inclusion in the dividends of oil production and an urgent attention to its environment.
We are highly very worried, and we fear that if the appropriate authorities, including NDDC, do not come to our aid, it might grow as a slum.
I'm calling for a deliberate, a very personal action to address environmental concern of the Eke and the Onega people. Something similar to what is happening in Ogoni. There should be a clear environmental action to deal with the environment of Eke and the entire Onega people.
The Rivers State representative on the NDDC governing board, Mr. Tony Okocha, who brokered this meeting, commends the Onelga stakeholders for choosing dialogue over open confrontation.
When you confront first without consulting and consolidating, then you are taking the part of, somebody who is a never do well. And so we agreed when I spoke with His Majesty, His Eminence, very revered, and he said to me, well, that they seem to have suffered neglect. I mean, use the word seem so much in Onelga, and that we have not, thought of being responsive to their problem.
Before even that of your child.
And for the NDDC managing director, the current board and management believes in the efficacy of stakeholder engagement to address critical issues plaguing the Niger Delta people. He, however, urges the Onelga people to take advantage of the Commission's agricultural programs to diversify the region's economy.
If we really want to employ 500 youths or more from Onelga, the only way is agriculture. Sustainable agriculture that most of these youths can really sustain themselves. Let us think towards sustainability. That is what I want all of us to partner to do. Some of us here are more exposed and more experienced than we. So if we put heads together, sit down together, we know we can come up with something. Thank you very much. Thank you.
For over 60 years, Ogba Egbemandoni local government area of Rivers State, with its huge oil and gas reserves, has been a major contributor to the Nigerian economy. The NDDC says it would meet their needs through development initiatives, including construction of bridges and internal roads, youth empowerment schemes, agricultural development schemes, as well as cultural revival schemes.